This module, we're going to be looking at cleansing our energy. We'll be doing that with smudging, sound healing, crystal healing, colour, and energy medicine. We're also going to be looking at how to protect your energy from electromagnetic frequencies, how you can use meditation, and a little bit of energy healing at the end. So let's start. So why do we need to cleanse our energy, you may ask? So if you remember in module 1, we looked at the chakras and how they are connected to all parts of your body. So if your energy is not balanced, the energy that are coming in from the outside, from the universal field, and that's connecting with your body, if that's not balanced, it's going to affect all parts of your body. And that includes your organs and glands, your muscles and blood, your brain and metabolism, and your immune system and your emotions. So here's this fantastic chart looking at what each part of the chakras do. So if we start at the root chakra at the bottom, again, it's not just a single point. I will keep thinking I am going to create a separate module for another time about auras and chakras. But really the root chakra covers from between your legs and sort of halfway up to your belly button. So it's across that part of your stomach. So we'll be looking at the reproductive organs, and then your lower spine and your kidneys as well. And then you've got the sacral, which again is just below your tummy button, and then just above, it's that band across your waistline. And that does your bladder, your prostate, your ovaries and kidneys, your gallbladder, bowel and spleen. So I'll let you glance your way up the list. But as you can see, each chakra, it's almost like you've been cut in these little sections, works its way up your body. So if your body is not balanced, the energy is not balanced, even though it's energy, it affects all those different parts of your body. So we carry the energetic toxic load of our past and present interactions, our upbringing and our environment. So not only will we suffer the consequences of this physically and emotionally and mentally, but we're also responsible for other people's toxic load. So I believe that by focusing on our own healing, we're able to heal each other one by one. So if you remember, we looked at entrainment last time, and that is about the positive vibrations, bringing up the negative vibrations by the same to meet that frequency, and you're then spreading good energy. So you also have to be aware, if you're a therapist, a practitioner or coach, that will be picking up the energy of our clients as well, even if we treat them online. Now, that's going to be tricky for someone to understand that, but I did, during lockdown, I did a intentions meditation where I had people from all over the world on an online meditation group. And we would imagine we were sitting in that room and we'd focus on a single intention to meditate on. And we would combine the power of our heart, which we're going to go into, but within that meditation. And regardless of where they were, we could still feel each other's energy. So try and come out of that linear mind and understand that energy has no time limit and no space limits, and you are connecting to someone's energy from the other side of the world. Again, more of that later. So let's break down some of the ways you can energetically cleanse and heal your body. So we've got smudging, sound, crystals and colour, and energy medicine. And when we're using natural vibration, it works in harmony with your body, and it's focusing on the root cause of any issue rather than the symptoms alone. It's why holistic health works so well, as it deals with the body as a whole, hence holistic health, understanding the impact of both positive and negative vibrations. So the first thing we're going to look at is smudging. So it's an ancient ceremony of burning sacred plants such as sage to allow the smoke to clear and bless your space. So you can do that around your home, or around yourself, or around your energetic tools like your crystals. You can see in the image he has a shell and a feather, and that is part of the shamanic tradition where they're bringing in the elements of water and air to do it. And it's not necessary to have those elements. It's just part of that extended ritual used by shamanics. So what are the benefits of smudging? So the sage, when it's burnt, acts as an antiseptic, and it's disinfecting the air. During the recent pandemic, I did it a lot around my home to make sure that the air was clear, whether we were poorly or not. It helps to turn the positive ions back to negative ones and therefore cleansing and purifying the atmosphere. Studies have shown that smudging makes you think more clearly and also enhances your memory too. It helps to improve your respiratory system, your nervous system and your skin, and it helps to heal on a spiritual level. So next we can look at sound healing. So sound healing is the application of healing frequencies to the physical and subtle energy fields around your body. These can be delivered via your voice, with singing or chanting, with tuning forks, singing bowls, or drums again, which is quite shamanic, or shamanic sound traditions like flutes or rattles. I do have a couple of rainmakers. I'm not sure if that's going to pick up on the mic. And I use various tools like this, and I've got some shells as well, which I use. And this I use really with myself or with my clients to imagine that golden healing energy coming down like a rain. And the shamanic very, very strongly use sound to bring that in, to distribute and shift energy that needs to come out of your energy field or to bring it in. Yeah, if sound is your thing, then maybe you can explore that a little more. Now, somatics is the study of visible sound vibration. It shows the transformational nature of sound and matter. I find this fascinating. So sound guides us and shapes us, and yet is an intangible force. But these images show captured sound in the digital realm, where we can see the waveforms that are formed. So reminding us of the work of Dr. Emoto, if you remember in module 1 with water, we can see how sound impacts our cells. So each of these are a cell under a special microscope, and then you've got the different notes on the piano and how the cells are responding differently within matter. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, and reminds me of sacred geometry, which is another module. So this is a video that shows this is a naturally non-stressed living cell in its natural form, quite happily pulsing away. And you feel the harmony in it. And you'll see in a moment. So again, see the even forms as it pulses. And you'll see now this is a stressed, discordant cell. The sound is quite different, and it doesn't look as balanced, it doesn't look as happy. So if you can see that as energy waves, how that's going to impact you within your whole being. And then the last slide, so beautiful. This is when that cell is exposed to a Tibetan bowl. Again, look at that symmetry, the sacred geometry within that, the beauty, the balance. And I must say, when I go and enjoy sound healing, I do come away literally feeling like every cell of mine is vibrating. So I also just quickly wanted to share the benefits of chanting Om. It's a sacred word because of its mystic powers. And when chanting Om, it creates a vibration that resonates with the frequency of our higher self and helps us to connect to the higher realms and our intuition. It also, on a physical level, clears and opens your sinuses, your cardiovascular system benefits. It reduces stress and relaxes the body. It brings down your blood pressure and heartbeats with a more regular rhythm. I must say there's nothing more beautiful than if you're within a yoga setting or a chanting session where a room of, or even just 5 people or more are chanting Om together. I can feel it resonate right through my body. It is really beautiful. So give that a go. So one of my favorite things is crystals. I have about 150 behind me. Now they're subtle, they have a subtle but measurable electromagnetic field. And so they have a field and we have a field, and that energy can be transferred between them and us. So holding a crystal doubles the size of our aura. It affects the physical, emotional, mental, psychic, and spiritual levels of our being. So crystals each have different properties and can support us in different ways. hence why I've got 150. Some are very grounding, some are for psychic connection, some are for different parts of the body or different emotions, whether that be stress or anxiety or feeling overwhelmed or despondent. So they're very beautiful. You can feel them. Some feel very heavy, some feel very light, some feel very cold, some feel very warm. Depending where you are and where your energy is will determine how you respond to each different crystal. So I say some are fast, some are slow, some work well on their own and others in combination. So things like quartz, if you have that, will magnify the qualities of any other crystal you have, whereas selenite will help to cleanse the crystals, which we'll go into in a minute, of any energies that they're taking away from you or taking away from the environment. So most of them will need to be cleansed. I wear a kyanite, which is actually my birthstone, that also doesn't need to cleanse. That's self-cleansing, as is selenite. So you can use crystals as jewelry, like this, or by placing them on your body or around your room. It's fantastic, again, if you're a practitioner or a coach and you really want to ground the energy, especially if you're running a group session and you don't quite know what energetic position the people are going to be in if they come into your room. If you get a black crystal like tourmaline or obsidian, anything like that, you can put them into the corner of the room and it helps to ground the energy, to hold the space for everyone in there. It is often best to choose your crystals that you're intuitively drawn to. That's how I started. And then I would come home and then I would find, actually, that's exactly what I need. Who knew? But your body intuitively knows what it needs. So again, because of this symbiotic energetic relationship between them, you will need to cleanse your crystals after use. You can do this by putting them out in moonlight, preferably a full moon, or sunlight as well. You could just smudge them or send them love. When I first started, I would just hold the crystal underwater and see the tap and the water coming through, sort of metaphorically taking any sort of dirty energy away and filling it with light. But you must be careful not to do that with any crystals ending in ITE, like selenite, because actually it's salt and you will dissolve them. Again, as I said before, you can charge your crystals with quartz or selenite. I have a little charging bowl there, which is a shallow bowl, which I put Himalayan salt into with a selenite candle in the middle. And if I use a crystal with myself or my clients, I will just pop them in the Himalayan salt with the selenite to cleanse them overnight before I use them again. So you can see here on the right, different crystals in your home for different things. So jade is self-expression, that's very much higher heart energy. Rose quartz is your heart chakra, obviously for romance. Black obsidian, most red or black crystals will be for your root chakra or for grounding, so that is for stability. Lapis lazuli, again, the blue of the throat chakra is for communication. Quartz is clarity, if you're looking at the crown chakra there. The violet, the turquoise is safety, fuchsite is relaxation, amethyst is very, very well known for healing. Citrine is confidence, also great for manifestation and financial use. Blue topaz, beautiful for creativity. And yellow jasper again is happiness, and that'll be the solar plexus, which is all part of your play center and your power center as well. And carnelian again is coming down into your sacral center, and that's for luck. So now we're going to look at chromotherapy. So chromotherapy is using colour, and it's a science of using colour to adjust your body's vibrations to frequencies that result in health and harmony. Again, remember that entrainment. The more we bring positive vibrations into our body, the more any negative vibrations we're holding will be, by entrainment, will be drawn to raise their frequency to match the frequency that we're bringing to our body in all these different forms. So you can see on the bottom of the chart, each colour possesses frequencies of a specific vibration, and each frequency is related to different physical symptoms. So you can see at the bottom, the red has a very low frequency, and this also correlates to the chakras. So the root chakra will vibrate at a lower frequency, and as you work your way through the chart, you can see the orange and the yellow and that frequency wave speeding up until you've got the violet at a much higher frequency, which is about that connection. And if you remember in the last module, we talked about grounding and how we needed to ground in order to have the connection up there. You can't operate at that high frequency all the time. You need to have that grounded with those lower frequencies. So I love that graphic. I think it shows it really well. So colour therapy or chromotherapy can be delivered by lots of different ways. By coloured light, for example, you'll find if you go to a health centre, health spa, that if you're going into maybe a sauna, they'll have coloured lights in there as well. And that's the different lights do different things, which we'll look at in a second. And that's why they bring that in there. I have a machine that goes over your face or can go over your feet that again brings in different colours and different frequencies, and it can heal you on lots of different levels. Some people have bars that if you treat a patient on a client on a bed, you have a system which holds the light over the body, so each light drops in at the different and the relevant chakras. Some people use fabric to lay it over the body during healing. Again, we've looked at crystals. We can use the quality of the vibration, that colour, to heal on different levels. And some people will have a torch, a special torch, which on the end of the torch will be a quartz crystal. And they'll have different lenses that go between the light of the torch and the crystal. So you can very, very pinpoint the light, and you can use that on acupuncture points as well, or on chakras. So as I said, you can also combine the energy of crystals and colour together to work with the chakras of the body. The crystals not only represent the colour, but the quality of the specific chakra. So again, we're looking at the reds of the crystals down with the root chakra, yellows, the oranges are doing the sacral. You can have tiger's eye again, or yellow crystals. Heart could be pink or green. The pink tends to be the heart chakra, the green tends to be the higher heart chakra. Again, we're looking at the blue crystals like lapis for the throat. Crown chakra is amethyst, and the third eye is crystal, which is all about intuition. So if you remember that chart of the different frequencies of colour, this allows each colour to work with the vibration of each chakra and aura, which is also having an optimal frequency. Each one is different. And then by adding sound, makes a magic triple in energy healing. So here was what the colours can do as we bring them into our body. Let's start at red, which is the root chakra. Again, you're grounding with that, bringing in physical energy, vitality and stamina, spontaneity and stability. And it is part of passion. It's part of that sexual part of your energy as well. So the orange, again, can bring into the sacral chakra. That stimulates creativity, productivity and pleasure. Again, an enthusiasm and an emotional expression into your energy. The yellow correlates with your solar plexus, as I said, it's your energy center and your playfulness, your childlike quality. So that increases fun, humor and lightness, personal power, intellect, logic, and again, more creativity. So it's very important to have these colors in your life and to balance the lower chakras in order then to enjoy and balance the chakras that come up. So the green, again, your center, your heart, supports balance, harmony, love, communication, anything that's social or in nature, and acceptance. Blue, which is coming into the throat chakra, will increase calmness, peace, love, and honesty. So inner peace, depth, and devotion. And then violet comes up with the energies of your head and your crown chakra. That's your intuition, imagination, your universal flow, and your meditation. So again, there's the whole if you're going into places like hospitals or work or shopping, look how they use that colour to stimulate your energy or your creativity, your ability maybe to buy in a shop because you're feeling energized, or to feel calm and safe if you're in a doctor's waiting room or in a hospital. It's very, very strategic the way they use colour and for your psychology and your energetic well-being. So then by using these vibrational elements and other complementary therapies such as EFT, kinesiology and acupuncture, all of those three focus on the meridians, your energy pathways in your body, you are opening yourself up to the Eastern philosophy of healthcare. And this subscribes to supporting your body by ridding yourself of energetic blocks before any imbalance is highlighted in illness or dis-ease. So dis-ease is imbalance. And therefore you're engaging the body's own self-healing mechanism and creating harmony at your very core, by shifting blocks that could, if left, create disharmony and imbalance in your body. So we're now going to look at protection. And you may ask, but I've cleansed my energy. Why do I need to protect it as well? So it's a fine balance with your energy between keeping your energy centers open to receive information and then share their energetic gifts, but also protecting them too. Not all external energies are positive, and it is easy to deplete ourselves if not prudent. Again, especially if we're working with other people, you don't know what they're coming into the room with. So we've decided to learn all about our energy in this masterclass. What is it, how to cleanse and protect it, and how to use it for your benefit. But others won't be as aware as you. So you'll be rubbing alongside others every day, either in work, with family, or with clients who are carrying negative energy that they know nothing about. This energy can look like anger, grief, doubt, fear, or depression. It's all a drain on our energy centers as well. We can only be responsible for ourselves, and to intentionally protect our energy is one of the best things we can do. Especially if we're working with our clients, we need to show up with a clean energy in order that we can, again, by that entrainment, help them and lift their energy, not only by our work and our education and our training and our wisdom, but also by our energetic wisdom too. So, electromagnetic frequency. We are surrounded by EMF all day. If you look on the right, you have cell phones, towers, wireless, laptop, radios, TVs, microwaves. So now that you hopefully see yourself as an energetic being, you can imagine the damage that these radio waves and EMF frequencies are doing to your energy field. We can't escape it unless you're living in the middle of nowhere, but we can try and mitigate the damage that they do. So how do we protect from EMF? One of the best ways is to ground in nature. It's again to put your feet on the ground like we looked at last time, or even just walking through nature. Being by the seaside, I'm lucky to be by seaside. It's very good. They're very alpha waves in the sea, and it's just very grounding and very healing. And tree therapy is very good. Be near a tree. It will draw off that any EMF toxicity that you're holding in your energy field. So again, I love trees. One of the reasons I had them in my logo. They are amazing. So again, if we're bringing natural elements like plants near computers and gadgets will help, and also crystals. So you can see on the right, top right, that actually is resin with lots of different crystals in it, such as orgonite, shungite, and hematite, and pyrite. Pyrite is the gold ones, and they really help to block that EMF. See, I have one of those, not specifically one of those, but one similar to that, pyramids on my computer and near my Wi-Fi, what's it called? A box that comes in and brings the energy in. And then each of my monitors or anything, I have a little mini version. You can also put energy dots, which are down here in the bottom left of your screen, on your phone, your tablets, or they also do ones on your wrist, so your whole body. If you didn't want to wear orgonite or shungite as a necklace or a bracelet, you can get these quite discreet little dots that you can wear in a rubber band on your wrist. And that really makes a huge difference to your energy. In kinesiology, we use muscle testing to have a conversation with the body and to test where there are any over or under energies within the body. And it's very pertinent if I have a client who doesn't have an energy dot on their phone, so you can see like that, which that one I've got, and I ask them to hold it by their ear, their energy will just go, their arm will go weak, which tells me that their energy has been depleted by the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth that's on the phone. If I then swap that out for my phone and ask them to hold that, their energy is then able to hold firm. So we have to use them, we do use them, my kids use them, so I would highly, highly recommend getting an energy dot. Lots of different forms. These smart dot makes that I prefer to use because they're a different make. There are lots of different varieties you can get, but do your research well. Another way to protect your energy is you can use an Ethernet cable instead of Wi-Fi, so you're not sitting amongst those waves that are coming from your router and to your computer. And also consider turning your Wi-Fi off at night. I think you will notice a big difference in your sleep if you do. So again, I know they're popular, but I would, if you have them, understand the impact of wearing something like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit on your wrist. Your wrist, you've got lots of meridians passing through that and acupressure points. And then if that Apple Watch or Fitbit is constantly communicating with your router, you are literally absorbing all that EMF into your body. You will find there are supplements that you can take as well, which support your body, mainly the antioxidants to mitigate the stress. I think magnesium's good, and zinc and glutathione. So that's worth doing a bit of research to how you can support your body naturally that way too. So we've already looked at meditation as a fantastic way to ground ourselves, but we can also use the power of our mind when in meditation as a way to visualize our energy field being revitalized and protected. Do not underestimate the power of intention during meditation. I did put something up on my Facebook the other day, and I was just feeling off, and I came into my room, I used my sound bowl, I used my crystals, but I felt a very sort of heavy energy in my head. And I literally sat in meditation. I imagined a rainbow of color coming over me. So all the colors are shifting it, and I could feel the energy lifting. So your mind, your intention, and where you focus your energies is a very, very powerful way of protecting your energy field as you move through the day. So one of the first ways I learned to do that is by literally surrounding yourself, imagining you're surrounded by a bubble of light, bright, beautiful. It can be white light, silver light, gold light, and it's literally creating a shield around you. And a little add-on to that is if you know you're going to walk into a situation that's possibly toxic, or someone is angry, whether that be at work or with someone you know that causes you stress, put a mirror on the outside of that bubble of light, and that literally reflects the energy away as well as the bubble of light, protecting your energy field. Another great way, when I was doing my spiritual work for the last 3 years, is to imagine a suit of armor coming down. So the armor of God, if you want to use that phrase, or just imagine an energetic suit of armor. And that can look like a traditional suit of armor. It can be made of fiberglass. It can be made of light. But again, intentionally imagine that your head is covered, your arms, your shoulders, your back, you get the gist, working all the way down. And particularly if it's going to be a challenging situation, flick the visor down to protect yourself from any energy. It does make a difference. I've seen it work and work so many times in the last 3 years, people depleting, good people who are giving their energies, who are doing amazing, amazing work, but coming back just exhausted because they weren't protecting their energy. And as soon as they learned about putting on their suit of armor or the armor of God, they were able then to continue their work without being depleted. Another way visualization can use is the Merkaba. I'm just going to flick to the next slide. And the Merkaba, you can see, are the two triangles in the middle. So they're with 3 points coming down, like little pyramids. One comes up and one comes down. So again, imagine using your imagination to put yourself in the middle of a Merkaba. It's a very, very powerful sacred geometry. We are going to look at that in another module, but just trust me for the moment, you can put that over yourself. And if you're really worried, do all three. Put your suit of armor on, stick inside a Merkaba. And I love this image of that light surrounding the Merkaba as well, bringing in the power of all the different colors to heal, and then being able to put your energy out whilst also being protected. So we have looked at meditation, and again, I think it's a very powerful image on the right, using Kirlian photography, which we've seen before when we were looking at the energy fields of food, plants, and ourselves. You can see that the photograph on the left was this person's energy field before meditation. And again, once using that visualization to come in and grounding their energy field was quite different. And I have had this done myself many, many years ago when I was divorcing my first husband, and my energy field looked pretty much like the one on the left, and it was so shocking. I knew that I was finding it very stressful, but it really pushed me forward to make a decision, because I could see that energetically I was so depleted, and yet the person next to me, my friend who had it done, had energy field like the one on the right. So it's a very, very powerful way of understanding what depletes your energy. So the benefits of meditation are you have deep physiological state of rest, helping you to lower the blood pressure and your cholesterol levels. It helps to increase your energy and reduces hardening in your arteries. It can help reduce stress and anxiety and improve sleep and happiness levels. Meditation can also help increase your creativity and intelligence and your perception and your memory. And it also increases the level of DHEA, which is a very powerful hormone, which is known as the elixir of life. So I think some people think that meditation is just sitting there, and some people do struggle with it, but I would ask to persevere. Don't worry about, oh, I've got all these thoughts coming in. Just let them come in and just let them pass. There's some fantastic apps of meditation. So you're getting some meditations with this masterclass as well. And without a doubt, not just with mine, but with others, you will feel calmer and more connected and peaceful afterwards. So whilst we've been looking at external stresses to our energy field, we must also remember the internal ones. So consider the energies that we hold from the past, whether these be traumatic events, emotional stresses, having incurred some physical injury, and then from these your paradigms and your upbringing, you're going to be holding limiting and core beliefs, and also maybe some fears and phobias. All of these will have an impact in your energy field. Because if you remember, we were looking at before, your meridians are your energy pathways, and they literally get blocked with all these this stuck energy moving forward. So the therapies that work so well on releasing this energy are so important for your overall well-being and to stay in harmony and not dis-ease. So again, emotional freedom technique, which I love, craniosacral therapy, again, wonderful gentle therapy that works with your energy, as does bowing technique, allowing the muscles, which remember, if you are connected to the meridians and which are then connected to your chakras, to release any tension that they're holding within them. Reiki, obviously, the healing, reflexology, again, working through your foot, where your whole body is represented on the acupressure points on the sole of your feet and on the top. And then acupuncture, kinesiology, where you're talking to your muscles, you're having that communication, able to release those blocks. And as we've looked at today, sound and crystal healing. So hopefully now you'll have a greater understanding of how to cleanse, heal, and protect your energy. In the next module, we'll be looking at communication and how to use your energy to enhance your world. We'll be looking at gratitude, heart math, dowsing, and more. Take care and see you next time.